Hi guys, so for the day, welcome to the Securing Enterprise Infrastructure Practice Lab. In this module, you will be provided with the instructions and devices needed to develop your hands-on skills. A secure enterprise infrastructure enables the protection of production data and intellectual property complying with regulations minimizing legal liability and ensuring business continuity. In this module, you will learn how encryption and remote access can use to ensure data is secure in transit. So, learning outcomes. In this module, you will complete the following exercise. Exercise 1, install and configure a VPN server. Exercise 2, create a VPN user and client. And exercise 3, configure a L2TP or IPsec VPN. After completing this module, you should be able to install and configure the VPN server, configure monitoring and window firewall, create and configure a VPN user in Active Directory, create and test VPN client connection, configure and test L2TP or IPsec VPN. So exam objectives. The following exam objectives are covered in this module. 1.2 Summarize fundamental security concept, authentication, authorization, and accounting. Explain the importance of using appropriate cryptographic solution encryption. Given a scenario, apply security principles to secure enterprise infrastructure. Infrastructure consideration, secure communication, security principle to secure enterprise infrastructure consideration, and lastly, secure communication or access. Given a scenario, modify enterprise capabilities to enhance security, which is firewall. So lab duration, it will take approximately 1 hour to complete this lab. So click next. So lab topology, during your session, you will have access to the following lab configuration. So depending on the exercise, you may or may not use all of the devices, but they are shown here in the layout to get an overall understanding of the topology. So the lab, ACID C01, ACID M01, ACI Win11, ACI Alma, ACI Kali. So next. So exercise 1. Install and configure a VPN server. A virtual private network or VPN supports a secure and encrypted connection through an untrusted network, providing privacy, security, and anonymity. The connection can be established between an individual user or client and a server. In this exercise, you will install and configure a VPN server on ECIDM01. So, learning outcome. After completing this exercise, you should be able to install and configure the VPN server, configure monitoring, and Windows Firewall. So your devices, you will be using the following devices in this lab. Please power this on now. So ACI DC01 and ACI DM01. So task 1, install and configure the VPN server. In this lab, ACI DM01 will be used as the VPN server. ACI DC01 will be host the user account and credentials in Active Directory, and ACI Win11 will serve as the VPN client. In this task, you will install and configure the VPN server on ACI DM01. In the Server Manager window, select Add Roles and Features. Oh, so refresh. Okay, so connect to ECI DM01. It's not connecting. Oh, see. So once the ACIDM pop up or opened in the server manager window, select add roles and features. Then step 2, before you begin page, click next. Then step 3, click next again. Then step 4, click next. Then step 5, remote access. Tick the remote access. Then roles. Then click next. Then step 6, click next. Then step 7, click next. Then step 8, add roles and features page. Tick the direct access and VPN. So add features. Then click next. Then click next. Then click next. Then step 13, click install. So remote access provides the ability to connect and or manage a machine from a remote location or device. It provides a path for remote desktop services, remote desktop protocol, and a VPN. The installation will take a few minutes. So step 14, once installation succeed, click close. So it's still not yet completed. So yeah, so installation succeed, then click close. So in the server manager notifications, click the notification flag. Where's that? Um, Notification flag. Then open the getting started wizard link. Then step 17, Configuration remote access deploy VPN only. Note, direct access provides the ability to remotely access an internal network. Beginning with Windows Server 2019, direct access was separated in favor of a VPN. In this lab, direct access is not required. So step 18, right click on the ACID M01 local and select configure and enable writing and remote access. So step 20, click next. Select the radio button next to custom configuration. Then click next. Then tick the checkbox on VPN access. Then click next. Then click finish. Then click OK. So this alert informs us that the ports required for routing the remote access cannot be opened by the installer. This will require a manual configuration in the Windows firewall. So in the pop-up window, select Start Service. So the routing remote access window, right-click on ACMD01 local and select Properties. Then select the IPv4 router tab. Note, the ACMD01 server does not have a DHCP capability installed. For this reason, configure a DHCP pool that can be issued to a VPN client. So properties, IPv4 static address pool. Then click add. Then enter the following. So start IP address 192.168.0.99. So end IP address 1 so 192.168.0.100. Then click OK. Note, for the one VPN client that is being configured, 2 IP addresses are sufficient. So click apply. Then logging tab. And then logging is an essential security practice, especially for external connections to the private network. As stated in the ACID M01 local properties, these logs can be found in the Windows tracing directory. In the ICID M01 local properties logging tab, select the radio button next to log all events. Then click apply. Then click OK. Then select remote access logging or remote access clients. Then observe that 0 clients are connected. So keep the routing remote access window open. Configure monitoring and the Windows firewall. So monitoring the VPN connection is essential. In this task, you will configure the logging of the VPN connection in Windows Event Viewer and configure the Windows Defender firewall to allow VPN traffic. So ACIDM01. In the type here search bar text, type the following. So firewall.cpl. Then select the best match. As noted during the VPN server installation, firewall rules must be configured to allow VPN remote access. So select allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Then In the Allow Apps window, scroll down in the Allow App Features menu and tick the checkbox next to the routing and remote access. Then tick the checkbox for domain, private, and public. Domain, private, and public. Then click OK. Though our VPN will only connect through the private network, the public selection will be used to configure a connection with the external VPN client. In this case, for demonstration and simplicity, communications from the domain, private, and public network will be allowed. So type search text box, event, viewer, then click, then create custom. So in the event viewer window, select create custom view from the action pane. Then note, custom view allows the creation of custom event log and filtered events. In this case, you will filter the RAS client event. So in the create custom volume window, select radio button next to by source. Then drop down. Then window, click on event source. Drop down and tick the checkbox next to RAS client. Once RAS client is selected, click outside of the drop-down menu to close it. Then click OK. Then in the Save Filter to Custom View window, type the following in the name field. So RAS. Then click OK. And step 10, expand the Windows log in the folder in the left pane. Then keep the event viewer window open. Okay, so exercise 2, create a VPN user and client. While a VPN client and server can create a secure connection, a user and a user credentials are required to establish secure communication. In a Windows domain, users are created in Active Directory on a domain controller. The Windows VPN has the ability to support several VPN protocols, including point-to-point tunneling protocol, Layer 2 tunneling protocol, secure socket tunneling protocol, and internet key exchange with IPsec. By default, through automatic configuration, a Windows client will establish a PPT VPN. In this exercise, you will create a VPN user in an Active Directory on ACID C01 and then configure a VPN client connection from ACI Win 11. So after completing this exercise, you should be able to create and configure a VPN user in Active Directory, create and test VPN client connection. So your devices, you will be using the following devices in this lab. Please power this on now. So ACID C01, ACID M01, ACI Win11, and ACI Kali. So task 1. Create and configure a VPN users in Active Directory. Within Active Directory, you have organizational units. Organizational units are containers that are used for organizational and management of objects. In this task, you will create a VPN in User VPN OU in the account on ACIDC01 to be used through the VPN client. So connect to ACIDC01. In the Server Manager window, select Tools and then select Active Directory Users and Computers. So Tools, Active Directory Users and Computers. Then step 2, right click on the aciplab.com, click New, and then Organizational Unit. So note, an organizational unit is an Active Directory container used to organize users, groups, and computers. In this instances, users with VPN access will be maintained in the user's VPN OU. In the Object Organizational Unit pop-up window, enter the following in name. So users VPN. Then click OK. Then in the users VPN, right click, then select new, then user. So next, you will create the user account credentials in the remote VPN user. So in the name, security, then last name plus. So step 6, user logon name. So sec plus, then click next, then password, then confirm password, then untick the checkbox next to user must change password at next logon. Then not requiring the users to change their password at next login is a poor security practice and is being used in this instance to simplify the demonstrations. So step 8. So click next, then click finished, then security plus, right click, then properties, then members of, then click add, then enter the object name to select a field. So remote desktop users, then check names. So note, the remote desktop users group allows users to connect to computers remotely using the remote desktop protocol. This is not required for this connection demonstration. It is shown to highlight the use in an enterprise environment. So select OK, then apply, then select apply, then dial in tab, then select the radio button next to allow access, then click OK. Note, dial-in access is required for a VPN connection or a dial-in connection. Close the Active Directory User and Computers window. So connect to ACI Win 11. Create and test VPN client connection. Microsoft Windows include a built-in VPN client. In this task, create and test the VPN client connection from ACI Win 11. So step 1, connect to ACI Win 11. Then click Start. And type the following VPN. So click the VPN setting, then network Network and internet, VPN pane, add VPN. Then step 3, select built-in the VPN provider drop-down menu. Then add the VPN connection name, my VPN. Then here, Windows built-in. Then in the server name or address, 192.168.0.2. Oh, 192.168.0.2. Then click save. Then connect to for my VPN. And then in the Windows security pop-up window, enter the following. So username sec plus at aciplab.com. Then password. Then click OK. So note, the username ACIP Lab SecPlus could also have been used. It is connected to the same user account. So once the VPN is connected, we will lose access to the ACI Win 11 windows. This is expected and is an artificiality that occurs when a new interface is connected on the ACI Win 11 machine. Additionally, one more step would be required if we were configuring the VPN to access the internal network through the internet. This step is port forwarding on the public facing router. In that case, the VPN client would access the VPN facing enterprise router and be forwarded via port forwarding to the VPN server for connection. This steps is not required in the stub network configuration. So connect the ACI DM01, restore the routing and remote access window in taskbar. Then select refresh from the horizontal toolbar. So step 10, so step 10, so the remote access window in the remote access client pane, right click to ECIP Lab SecPlus and select status. Right-click on the ACIP LabSec Plus and select Status. Then step 11, observe the VPN client has been assigned in the IP address 192.168.0.100. Click Close. So event viewer, restore the event viewer. From the window taskbar, and then select System, Windows Log. So Windows Log, select System, and then select Remote Access. So note, cycle through the remote access log from oldest to newest and discover that the 192.168.0.99 IP address is being used by the server adapter. Additionally, the VPN client is connected to port VPN 4-1 and the connection is encrypted. Finally, observe the VPN client has been assigned in the IP address of 192.168.0.100. So connect to ACI Kali. So once you are connected to the ACI Kali in the terminal window, press and enter and type the following, then press enter. So ping 192.168.0.100. Enter. So though the ECWIN Win11 machine is not viewable due to an artificiality in the lab network, the VPN connection has been made and the VPN IP address is reachable via ping. So in the terminal window, press Ctrl C. To interrupt the ping command, then close terminal window. So exercise 3, configure our LT2P or IPsec VPN. So the LT2P provides a secure tunnel for data but does not provide encryption on its own. So it is usually used in conjunction with an encryption protocol such as IPsec. IPsec is a suite of protocols and that provides encryption and authentication for VPN connections. EAP, the Extensible Authentication Protocol, is used for authentication of the VPN connection. An L2TP or IPsec VPN establish a high level of security for secure data transmission. In this exercise, you will configure an L2TP IPsec VPN. So learning outcomes after completing this exercise, you should be able to configure and test the an L2TP IPsec VPN. So your devices, which is ACI DC01, ACI DM01, and ACI Win11. So task 1, configure and test the L2TP IPsec VPN. An L2 IP VPN can be configured with a pre-shared key between the client and server, enabling authentication. The combination of security parameters and keys is described by security association, which is a one-way logical connection between two devices. The security association includes IP address for the connected devices, cryptographic protocols, and algorithms used for encryption, authentication, and integrity checks, as well as any keys that are used between the client and server. Instead, you will configure and test an L2TP or IPsec VPN. So connect to ACIDM01 and then restore the routing and remote access window on the taskbar. To the routing and access remote access window, right click on the ACIP Lab Sec Plus. And then disconnect. Then step 3. So once it's disconnected, step 3, select Microsoft Edge in the taskbar. And the Microsoft Edge, so in the Microsoft Edge browser window, type the following in the URL bar. So pskgen.com, pskgen.com. Then enter. So note, this website is being used to generate a pre-shared key. There are several websites and processes that could be used to serve this purpose. So in the Microsoft Edge, type the following. So password 1 complex, password number 1. Then on the password 2, it's also gonna be the same. Complex, password number 2. So click generate. Then in the Microsoft Edge, highlight and right click the new shared secrets, then click copy. Then restore the remote access windows from the taskbar. Then step 7, in the remote routing and remote access window, right click ACID M01 local and select properties. So security tab, then tick the allow custom IPsec policy, then pre-shared key, right click, then paste. So an L2TP with IPsec requires a shared secret between the VPN server and the VPN client for authentication. This step install the shared secret, the VPN server. So click OK, then click OK. So note, this warning indicates that the routing and remote access service needs to be restarted. So to type here, services, Then the services window, scroll down and right click on routing and remote access, then click restart. No, routing and remote access. Right click, then restart. So connect to ECI Win 11. If required, press the circular arrow in the device toolbar to reconnect to ECI Win 11. With the VPN disconnected, ECI Win 11 merely needs to reconnect it for full access. So in the VPN network and internet VPN pane, right click Add VPN. The Add VPN connection window, select Windows built-in from the VPN provider drop-down menu. So okay, so the VPN setting, network add VPN connection window, drop down menu. So my LT2 PBVN, and then add VPN server name is address 192.168. Then VPN add VPN pre-shared key. Then say save. Note as discussed, the shared secrets between the VPN um server and the VPN client is required for authentication in this configuration. The pre-shared key created on ACIDM01 and could be recreated on ACI Win 11 are transferred via the intranet MyFiles capability. The setting window, select connect for my L2 VPN. Then step 22, username and then password. Then click OK. Then connect to ACIDM01. Then taskbar. Then ports, then Windows Defender, then expand the monitoring folder in the left pane, then expand the security association folder in the left pane, then main mode 192.168.02 and select properties. Note, the main mode security association is the first piece in establishing a secure connection via IPsec. Observe the encryption, integrity, and key exchange information. So window, click OK, then select properties. Note, following the first piece of the security association, a quick mode is used to negotiate additional parameters for data encryption and communication. Observe the protocol port number and ESP configuration. The encapsulating security payload provides confidentiality, integrity, and authentication of data transferred over the connection. So click OK, restore the routing taskbar, then window taskbar, then disconnect. Close on open windows in the ACDM01, ACIDC01, and ACI Win 11. So click next. So review. Well done. You have completed the Securing Enterprise Infrastructure Practice Lab. In this lab, we learned how encryption and remote access can be used to ensure data is secure in transit through the installation and configuration of a VPN server and client. So summary, you completed the following exercise. Exercise 1, install and configure a VPN server. Exercise 2, create a VPN user and client. And lastly, exercise 3, configure an L2 TP IPsec VPN. You should now be able to install and configure the VPN server, configure monitoring and the Windows firewall, create and configure a VPN using user in Active Directory, create the test VPN client connection, and lastly, configure and test the L2 TP IPsec VPN. So submit feedback, done, then done. So done.